Let us retrace the main events in the audio frequency circuits. The microphone brings about a pulsating direct current. The transformer changes this to an alternating current. Vacuum tubes amplify this alternating current, which then goes to the modulator.
Molecules containing more than one atom can rotate and vibrate. Sometimes vibration is simple in form. We can see that each vibrational mode has a different frequency, and all of the patterns of vibration may be different. Each of the vibrations is a simple harmonic motion.
The same peaked wave triggers a pulse-forming circuit, which creates a new waveform, pulses with flat tops. Notice that throughout these changes, the exact subdivisions of our second and time have not been lost. We still have precisely the same number of positive peaks per second.
Pulsating direct current. Pulsating direct current.
Cut like a guillotine. If the sine wave's frequency is 1,000 cycles a second, we have actually divided 1 second into 1,000 equal parts. But in this sine wave, it's impossible to tell where each thousandth of a second begins and
Guys, welcome. It has been a few months, but we are back. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. I'm the Dumble whose door is always open. Gandalf not the gray or the white because I'm all black. Jordy LaForge, captaining this enterprise. The swag king with the crown. Shout out to Dad Gang. The long lost homie of Zach Morris and AC Slater since y'all got jokes. Sweet chocolate Jesus, as proclaimed by Roman of the Empire himself, and the man running up the chimney because he wants all the smoke. I'm Left Eye Ego. Still got it. Guys, it is an absolutely full house today. Thank you guys for joining us. My action figure brother in arms, Roman of the Empire. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing well. Looking forward to this. Don't have a ton today. I have some today, but they're golden. 3 of them are things that I've been wanting for a long time. One of them is one I didn't even know was going to be coming out, but then it did, and I was like, and I texted you literally that morning. I'm like, I just bought this. I'm in deep trouble. And then another one, I kind of been wandering across comic books, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna get that too. So I have like other stuff. Well, I have like one more on the way. It's an accompaniment piece for one of the ones I have here that I'll show today, but it just wasn't gonna make it on time. But it's all right. It's okay.
So what you're saying is Roman
so what
you're saying is Roman is in trouble with the wife again. Well, that tracks.
Yes, that is the short version of everything I just said.
Fair. My man that tolerates me and my quote unquote bad takes on Wednesday nights overbooked. JP, how we doing, man?
Well, as we said last week, as we said this past show, there's a place on Facebook with worse takes than you, and we're gonna. Oh boy, but it's good. It's good. We're last time here I closed out my Doctor Who section of my Funko Pops. We're in a whole new fandom now, so should be fun.
Nice. I'm excited. And this guy I've wanted to have on ever since he had me on his stream strictly about the Sega Genesis. And the only person that could get me to read a book that has no pictures, because I am a proud member of the Gaston Literary Academy, where our motto is...
How can you read this? There's no pictures.
you know, I'm kind of in that same group, so I'm just saying.
Exactly. My man, Johnny Douglas, sir, how you doing this afternoon?
Thank you, man. That intro never gets old. I miss it, man. I miss it so much. And it's good to see you again. Since the last time I was on this particular stream, I think I explained at the time, you know, I never had a whole lot of space so I didn't collect a whole lot. But in the time since then, kind of gone through a little bit of I may have triggered a canon moment with my a core memory with my youngest son when I was, you know, kind of showcasing a bunch of older Lego stuff that I had. And he was like, "Oh, Dad, that's cool." And I'm like, "You know what, buddy? I still technically have all that. It's just in a big loose tote at my parents' house." So to my parents' house we went, and I'll explain a little later when you're ready just exactly what happened and what we built. I called it the Great Rebuilding. And
I love it.
A lot of folks didn't know we actually met up not that long ago. I took a little trip to Texas and just happened to be in E.G.O's vicinity. And man, we stopped by. We shared some brisket with a couple of other indie authors, good friends of ours, R.H. Snow, awesome. Riley C. Bolt. And man, it was great. You know, I could have sat there for many more hours.
Exactly. It was fantastic time. It was a great hangout. And again, if you're in Texas or if I wind up where you are, I'll let you know. We have to actually hang out on your turf at that point. All right.
And you said Legos. I have a interior of the TARDIS Lego set.
Nice. That T-shirts are very awesome. Very awesome. If at some point we get a chance to come back here and discuss the whole bricks and minifig situation, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with that. We could do a deep dive at some point in the future. I'd love to do that, especially for people that collect Legos as well. But anyway,
I've been following that since day one. That is, oh man.
Dude. Wow, guys, if you get a chance, check out Bricks and Minifigs. It is a whole thing that involves $200,000 worth of Legos, arrest warrants, and drug possession phone calls. It's a wild story. Anyway, Roman, we'll start with you, good sir. What do you have for us?
So we're going to start off. We're starting strong.
Okay,
this one just came out. This is the McFarlane Toys Hellboy.
Wow.
And
I do like those movies.
Man, when I saw the ad, I was like, oh, I've got to get on that morning, you know, the morning of to get the pre-order in. Otherwise, as E.G.O will attest to, you're going to be paying two to three times on the secondary market. So this I opened this. I opened it already because, you know, I don't want to annoy our watchers too much with a bunch of clipping and clapping and all the horror show. But so it comes obviously with Hellboy. That is a cloth coat, the big ass gun, and a whole bunch of hands. So what was that? That was the big ass gun. See, this is what happens, folks. This is what happens. So
exactly what happens
when Roman pre-opens. So I'm gonna try to get. I haven't actually removed him from this yet. I'm hoping McFarlane didn't. Nope, they didn't. Okay, there's no hidden secrets areas of the god awful ties. Look at the size of this guy too. He's big. This is a big figure.
That's a big boy.
Look at the little cloven hooved feet. This is a very comic accurate Hellboy. This is not the movie Hellboy figure. He's got the rosary on the belt. And he's like I said, the coat is cloth. Which is nice. I've been a big fan of that. It's very got the agency shield or patch on the coat.
Right.
The detail.
There we go.
Yeah.
And let's see. I think ideally he can hold the big ass gun. I guess we'll see. That's going to be a little bit of finagling. So I'll manage that later. But it's just going to fall right out right now. So the hands. I'm going to leave the gun hand on. Ideally, if I can find it. It does come with a cigar smoking hand too, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And you can actually even change out the big fist. It comes with another big fist, but I like this one an awful lot. So that's probably the one that I'm just going to leave on there because I dig that.
It's very nice.
So and tail. I didn't want to leave it out, but it's there. He's got his tail.
I like the fact they went with the comic book accurate version instead of trying to go the movie route, especially for McFarlane.
Yes, I like that too. Yeah, you're not just getting Ron Perlman as Hellboy. He did a fine job as Hellboy, but this is more along the lines of what I want, and I got to figure out. I'm I'm not going to try to stand him up because that right now I'm going to have to do that off camera because I see this as being a challenge. I may be wrong, but I think that's going to be a bit of a thing. Like I said, and just we've dealt with regular
heavy.
How they are as far as balance goes. This is a supersized figure, so I think it's going to be a little more challenging. All right, so this next one is not as clever, but I wanted to get it anyway. It's the Secret Empire Captain America. This is bad Captain America. This is the Hydra Captain America, the sleeper version of Captain America. And again, I just thought it was an interesting version of the character, so I wanted to pick it up to add to my that whole box is Captain America and Iron Man, and then you can see spattered throughout the collection. There are an awful lot of other Captain Americas. But I like this one partially because I thought the shield was cool looking. It's got the kind of almost the original style version of the shield. But the coloring is a bit different. Cap's got just a really mean looking grin going on there, kind of a battle thing. And I like the style of the suit. Like I said, this is a version of Captain America. Don't get all bent out of shape about it. As people in our neck of the woods sometimes do. But I wanted to get it. I like variants on figures anyway, which you can tell by, like I said, I have a whole bunch of different of the same ones. Or as Mrs. of the Empire would say, why do you have another Batman? They all look the same. She's not right, though. She's not correct. So, I mean, the shield goes on easily. This figure is going to go probably over here. This is my variant box where I have a lot of figures, in different kind of versions, which is neat to have. So that's number 2 is Secret Empire Evil Captain America.
That was nice, man. It looks like it's great.
What happened? Am I alone? I'm afraid.
Hold on, I'm trying to minimize it. These new things that they try to do with these
just ask my wife. She'll tell you how to do that immediately.
He was the one that. Now he was the one in the comics that went Hail Hydra, right?
Correct.
Yeah, this is Hail Hydra Captain America.
Did they ever retcon that or walk it back or something like?
Because I honestly don't even remember what they did with the storyline. Joker, I don't know if you know. I don't know because it was like, but like I said, I thought the figure looked cool, and that for me is enough sometimes.
I think a lot of people kind of found several jumping.
Oh no, that soured.
That was a big
definitely
one.
Soured the pond.
Ooh, Rocketeer's coming. I'm gonna buy that too. I don't even know where I'm gonna put that in on my display back here, but that's if Rocketeer's
which one? It is. I saw that getting announced.
And a Skycat.
I'll be damned. He stands up. Sorry.
I always come here with good information on the Toys R Us. I gotta look out for that now. Rocketeer. JV, good sir, you're up. What you got for the Funko Pops, man?
Well, I got 2 that are in boxes that I've showed out a previous stream, but I'm not going to take them out of the box because these are special edition. One is an exclusive, but we're delving into the DC universe as we have the Joker as Jack Frost.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice, dude.
What?
Very cool. I know. Just around the holiday time, that's just what you need, a nice cold glass of me. And this was a GameStop exclusive one. This is one that if there's a con coming out to my part of my neck of the woods and Tara Strong happens to be there, she will be autographing this.
Wow, that's a good one. Good call. Good pickup, man.
Yeah. These were gifts, so I can't claim these on anything. And again, I mentioned Jack Frost around the holiday time. What would be better than Santa Claus but Santa Joker?
Nice.
That would be terrifying if true.
Oh, come on now. That would be great. And
I do not want that coming down the chimney.
And if you've watched any of Wednesday Nights Overbooked, you know I'm a fan of Japanese female wrestling known as Joshi. I have kind of a emperor Joker in Japanese garb. So
yeah, that's
nice.
That's pretty cool.
If I ever make it to Tokyo and go to a Stardom show, I may dress like this. You never know.
That would be awesome, dude. That would be awesome, man.
So that is my first 4, and more to come. So that's it for right now.
Nice, love it. I'm sorry, this minimize maximize thing is on a delay. I clicked it twice. That's why I keep doing that on a delay. But
Gotcha.
These new features on StreamYard, man. Johnny Douglas, dude, you're
some of them are good. Some of them do exactly what you think they're going to do.
So check it out. Let's go back to the halcyon days of the early 90s. Now I was a kid that had more action figures than anything else, right? I had my usual assortment of toys, so Super Soakers and all that. And I had a few Legos, right? I was not what you would call a Lego maniac, so to speak, until I went into the stores one day and I saw some of the sci-fi sets that they had rolling out. Not the original sci-fi sets they had in like the 70s and 80s, mind you. They hit a completely different vibe in the early 90s to mid 90s, where they were coming out with what was basically amounted to my 40K factions, right? These were, I'm talking about, these were sets that were called M-Tron, Blacktron, Spirius, Ice Planet, and whatnot. They rolled on with some more through the 90s, but these were like my core sets that I looked at, and it was just something. I was just starting to get into sci-fi a little bit, and like this really blossomed a lot of love for science fiction. I didn't intend to fall into the hole of collecting all these sets, but there was one that really caught my eye. This was the one that started it most. This was a E.G.O. If you want to show off some of those pictures that I put in the thing, they had in their packaging posters of this kind of stuff, and like to an over imaginative young man of like 13 years old, this was brain fuel. That's the M-Tron set right there. Their whole thing was they had magnets involved in their sets. They were cool right there. Go to the next one.
That's impressive.
It is like these little dioramas that they put together.
I remember these,
set. Oh man.
Wow. I forgot about
you see where I'm coming from when it came to this, right?
Yeah.
This stuff was just on a different level than the rest of the other Legos. Hit the next one. I couldn't get one for the Ice Planet. It was always web pages. That one was a big one. I've got that one right here next to me. I had most of them sets. Yeah, I see you, Paladin. I had a lot of them too, and these were the things that I was saving up my money for my allowances and things like that. I saved up for my Sega Genesis. I told that story on the Genesis stream, E.G.O, and this was something else that I saved up my monies for. These sets were like between the bigger ones, the medium size was about 30-ish, 25 to 30-ish bucks at the time, which, adjusted for inflation is about $2,000 or so. Don't quote me. I'm not an economist.
God.
But go ahead and let me showcase the one that got me started was this Ice Planet. Not that one. I'm gonna get to that one later. This one, I forgot even what it's called. Their naming conventions were a little silly. They didn't always match something, but this was cool because I just liked the look of it. It just had this really cool look, but it also did stuff that I'd never seen Legos do before. So you've got this little spot, you've got this little armature right here that lets you plant it on the ground. It's supposed to have a little satellite that goes on the top. I got to be careful. These things will fall apart like that. So, you can pretend like the missile's launching off and everything. But what's really cool is the incorporation of the magnets kind of lets you, lift these things up, move them around. And, when you're a kid, magnets are the coolest thing in the world, especially if they're involved in your toys. And so this really started off an obsession. I'm like, well, I got this one. Why don't I get some of the other sets? And they always had like the small. They had the budget ones, like this one right here. This was like $2 at the time, and so you would get these. These were little impulse buys that you would get on the by the usually these were in little bags by the register, right? These were easy peasy to grab. But this one was about $25 at the time, and it was not bad. It's just very cool, and I really liked it. I liked the color scheme of a lot of these sci-fi sets that really kind of were evocative. They use a lot of transparent neon colors in their stuff. I like that. And I could pick any one of these, but I mentioned Blacktron earlier. This was one of my best favorite builds that they had. I forgot. I think this one's called the Solar Snooper. Like I said, their naming convention was a little silly. This, for me as a sci-fi fan, is really cool because I like the bubble-shaped neon green, cockpits that they have going on here. They split open like this, which is nice. It's a really unconventional, kind of a sci-fi design, but it's really good. This right here, it opens up a little bit as well. You can move your dudes on the inside. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a little box on the inside. There's supposed to be a cover on there. I think my son took it off. But what was really cool about the Blacktron builds is these are also modular. This actually has a suspension. The wheels kind of bounce a little bit.
Wow. Okay.
But these were modular thanks to bricks with pins, so you can take that off. That becomes a little module. Or if you really wanted to expand it a little bit, you could pull this module off, hook it to that one. Now you've got a little spaceship.
That's awesome. That is awesome, man.
Yeah, to a kid with an imagination, this is the stuff that's good. I like these way more than any of their Star Wars sets. Like the Star Wars sets aesthetic is fine, but like this to me was just cooler. It was just more imaginative. They had some kind of sauce when they were building a lot of these sets that they really don't have anymore. Is it just 2, or you want me to show more, or what?
We'll stick with the 2 because I got to get back to Roman and I got to get to myself. But yeah, I like the pace that we're on for. But yeah, save it for your next one around. For Bobby, I heard about this and saw it. I know that Michael Jordan's not out yet, but Larry
is that his sports lineup of figures? That's what he's talking about, right? The ones that have the ball and stuff. Okay. Okay.
The minute Michael Jordan becomes available, like that's the one I'm gonna wait for. I'll wait for Michael Jordan, and then we'll kind of go from there.
The GOAT.
Yes. Oh yeah. Not a debate at all. It never should have been a debate. For me, I told Roman when I got this, like, hey, Shiro approved this, and it was my early Father's Day gift for myself. We saw the movie before I bought this, but I mean, once I saw it was online for a Big Bad Toy Store, I had to get this. I got
baby.
From Mortal Kombat too. So first of all, presentation. I know that me and Roman always complain about the way that McFarlane does those little sticky bands. All he has to do is do this. It's double pane plastic. You just pull it off and you split it up. There you go. That's all you need to do.
So easy.
First of all, we've got a few things. We've got Kano's what he called the hubcap in action.
Kung Lao, always one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters.
So cool, man. Look at this. They've even got they've given me a blood splatter on here as well. That's cool. Wow. And if you want to do the funny fatality afterwards, there's actually a rabbit that you can pull out of the hat, which is awesome too. Now, in terms of this, all you have to do again, instead of tying everything down, McFarlane, you just pull the pieces of plastic apart. That's all you need to do. And you're right. Like, same thing that happened to Roman happened to me. All the hands fell out. So I got the hand here, and I'll put them back the way that they found them, so I can just show you guys how it looks straight up. It's actually pretty cool. All the hands are in here, so at the set. And nice. Got the action figure. Nothing's tied down, so again, you just pull apart the plastic and that's it. Pretty great. That sculpt is good. We're going that old school rubber, which actually for Kung Lao, I actually like. The articulation's kind of stiff a little bit, but I mean, it's still got. You still do all the moves and the kicks on here, and it gave me another headset on here. Only thing that's weird about this one, I don't know if it's part of the actual process, is if you can see it, the head is actually the head's okay. It's just his teeth are blue. So really, I don't know if it's a manufacturing process error or what, but I mean, if I had time and a paintbrush, I'd probably paint them white. That's fantastic, and you just want to putting the hat on here. And you know what? I'm gonna try to do this without breaking it later. Because if I break this online, I'm gonna have a rage quit. So anyway, I mean, it's still it's pretty stiff on here. So the actual chin strap's gonna stiff. So I gotta be wary about how I do all that. But I mean, it's great. It's got, again, 4 extra sets of hands, an extra head sculpt on here, and again, you've got the hat as well. I'll have to play around with some of the actual poses that he can do, but I mean, let me see if I can find it on the back of the box. Hold on. I'm gonna try to. I never get these right, but these poses are insane. I'm gonna try for at least one of these.
Oh yeah.
Preferably right here, if I can.
The swoosh.
I can never do it as good as they can when they show you on the display, but I mean, for what I paid for it, it was great, guys. If you ever get trouble with ordering anything from McFarlane, go to Big Bad Toy Store. They've got great deals.
100%.
Some of them are going to be expensive, and you will impulse buy them before you even know if you have enough money to cover it or the alibi to tell your wife. But they're worth it. All right.
This is why I'm not married twice.
I am beginning to see your point. I feel like I'm hiding things. Like I get offshore accounts and everything just to hide these purchases for my wife. Roman, dude, you're up next, man.
Right on. And I sent you a couple pictures to the Toy Squad link for the ones I just opened. I got him standing up and semi-posed. So Hellboy just stands up. I don't have to do anything weird. He just literally stands there. He's got that giant freaking. Oh, what am I doing? I didn't even show the figure yet. Because I'm rattling on about Hellboy. So this is the Hush 2 Batman. This is my favorite Batman figure. They came out with a version of this some time ago, but the cape was plastic, and Amazon screwed me out of my order and canceled it on me. So then they came out with the Hush 2 version, and I ordered this via Big Bad Toy Store instead. So I had to pay for shipping, but I'm okay with that because I got the figure. So not a ton comes with it. You get a couple of batarangs, a couple extra bat fists. But the figure itself, just the sculpt of this thing is great. And the cape is cloth, which, as anyone who's seen us doing this show before, I am a sucker for the cloth cape. It gives you can just do so much with it, make it look cool, do that Batman thing that he does.
Batman's never cool.
Although this panel may be biased. This panel may be biased. But he's just a mean looking dude. I love the gauntlets, the utility belt, just nice stuff going on there. The colors are a little bit muted, which I'm fine with. It's not like jumping out at you. The belt were maybe a little more yellow. I think that I would prefer that, but I still look at that from the behind thing going on. It's a great Batman figure. They came out with one a few months ago that I bought that I thought I was going to like as much. I in fact did not. Oh yeah, there he is. See what I'm saying? He just stands there, man. Got the gun in his hand, and don't even need to put the little black pedestal in there. Bro just stands there. So whatever.
I've never cared.
So that is the Hush 2 Batman. And again, I think it was the Justice League Batman. Problem with that one is it's exactly the opposite of what I'm talking about right now. The colors are too bright, and it's off-putting. The sculpt of it is fine. This one is a bit more grim. That one is a bit more, I don't know.
I don't think I ever read Hush 2. Was that one any good?
I never read it either. I just like the figure. The Hush, yes. Hush 2, no. This was a big one for me. This is the standard Dark Knight Returns Batman. And this thing is a beast. Wow. It's a huge figure. And if you read the comic, of course, which most of our folks have, this was the game-changing comic book for Batman and quite honestly for the industry.
He's a jerk.
But again, this panel may be biased. So we're going to get about, again, cloth cape, which is great for posing, doing the Batman thing. This is Bruce Wayne. He's in his early 50s as this version of Batman. The grim look on the face, the muscular sculpt, that's the utility belt that I'm talking about. I love that. And I ordered a Robin to go with him, the Carrie Kelly Robin. So because what is Batman without his Robin? But when
Target
they
practice.
were coming out with this, I was like, I gotta get this. But again, I mean, this is the comic book version of the figure that I'm waiting for. They came out with a Superman a couple of years ago. It sucks. The body is fine.
Really?
The head looks like goofy as all hell. It just doesn't work.
Doesn't fit.
It's so I was like, no, I have a better version. Scale wise, this figure will work with that. So this was the I've been waiting for this for a long time. I'm glad they finally did a really good version. I have some inferior versions in my collection, but that's what was available, so that's what I bought. And then McFarlane, they're waiting in their last year. They're putting out the series of just great figures, and so I'm looking forward to getting this up on probably this shelf here, but we'll see where he ends up. Like I said, I wish they'd put out more from this series, doing the Wonder Woman from, say, the Dark Knight 3, which is an underappreciated book. Dark Knight 2 is horrible, but Dark Knight 3 is great. So anyway, that is what I got this week, this month. And I'll have a couple more coming in down the road a little bit, but not yet because I don't want to get divorced. So with that, though, I am going to have to roll out of here because I'm again, there's chainsaws that are on fire in my house right now. So, but I wanted to make time to do this and get to talk to you guys. So thank you for having me, E.G.O. I do appreciate it. Please tell Shiro and baby L3 hello for me.
We'll do that.
Good to see
I'll
you,
catch
man.
you later. All right. See you, man.
All right, brothers. Later on.
All right. Yeah.
At least we have a stream where Roman is not demanding that I be naked.
That's fair. We got to work on that. We definitely have to. We'll work on that. Johnny Douglas, dude, you're up next, man. What you got?
Well, let's see. I've got so many on here. I mentioned earlier some of the factions, and that's how I kind of split them up. The different sets were kind of factions. Some of them, like Spyrius and Blacktron that I mentioned earlier, was a little interesting in Lego history because that was the first time that Lego actually had sets that were designated as, hey, these are bad guys. So, they kind of understood how little boys would, be operating in that particular era. Like, hey, you've got all these space sets. Obviously, they need to have someone to fight. Spyrius was pretty. I ended up collecting a lot of their stuff. This one was very special to me. This was the flagship, basically, of their entire set. Now, I've got an arm that's not working here. This is called the Robo Guardian, and I bought this. I saved up my money. I bought this. I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning on a school night when I was still in public school, building this son of a bitch, and against my mother's orders. And I finished it. I put it up and I brought it to the kitchen table on Monday, on that next morning. And my mother said, "You stayed up and you built that, didn't you?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was tired that whole day, but man, what an accomplishment. It was like the biggest Lego thing I'd built at this point. You got like a little cockpit in here. I've got Spyrius guys in here somewhere. I don't know, but they're kind of scattered all over the place. I wasn't going to dig out a bunch of minifigures. The arms are a little slightly incomplete. There's some pieces I know you can't really notice, but that they're missing. There's a little piece here in the back. You'll notice. So you've got a little spot here in the back. I've got that for something else. Little figures can go into. But if you notice right here, this is a little bit of a technic thing where if you lift the arms up, there's a little gear inside that clicks to hold it in place. And if you pull the lever, it lowers it back down. Okay. Now, this side doesn't have one at the moment because we had the wrong piece in place, but you could, position it however you wanted. You have little guys that will go right here. I've got pieces coming in. There's supposed to be little arms right here holding weapons. You've got a little caged area right here. They can put their little prisoners if they want. And this little middle piece right here, this sticker is actually really hard to get. This is one of the more expensive pieces to rebuy.
A sticker?
This is a piece that has a sticker on it. It's a little hard to see. You can see how it kind of sparkles against the light. It's a little reflective sticker. I'm trying to get a good reflection on it right about there. You can kind of see. There are one of the things about these sci-fi sets that I have learned in my recollecting and rebuilding of these sets is that some of these sets have pieces that were only made for like this one particular set, right? And the less there are of them, the more expensive and pricey they tend to get. I ended up having a lot of rare pieces that were still hanging around. I'm thankful for that. It's a little hard to tell on the arm here. Now, there's supposed to be a magnet that goes right here because there's supposed to be a magnet down here. You've got a little storage box that stores in the front, and you can open this box up. It's got some little data cards or jewels or whatever you want. And rebuying the magnets is really expensive because they run for about $5-6 a pop on the site that I use. So I don't buy too many of them at once. You would see it would go right there. I think at some point in the past, me or my little brother must have taken the magnets out of their little holders, but it would go right here and it would be held by the robot. Put that back in, close that up. And it's also got this little hinge claw right here. It can grab things onto. This was a really cool thing. This was a really cool build. It's very imposing. It's very top heavy, and it will fall apart if you push it over even slightly. But there was a little bit of modularity with it as well. If I can demonstrate, you can pull the head off for reasons, and you can actually pull the arms off. They've got pins on the side of the head. And, okay, that came apart. Damn it. Hold on. I got to fix these arms because, I pulled the damn thing apart, so whatever. There should be another arm on here. It could be a little spaceship that goes around with arms on its head. That one's pretty cool. That one's always been a favorite of mine. I'll fix those arms later. Another one from Spirius I'll show off. It did have like a little baby brother robot, but there's not much special about him other than he's got functional arms and a couple little compartments here on the back. This one was really cool. They didn't have a mothership, but most of these spaceships, space sets had like a big ship build, right? We are building those at the moment. I wish I had those to show off. Spirius, however, did have this. This was a medium build. This was not that bad. It was called the Saucer Centurion. It's got a double cockpit thing going on. And I've got it missing a couple pieces. I should have like a little dish right there. But it does have this little grabber arm that comes out.
Dang, man. These are good, actually, toys, man.
Yeah,
that is nice.
Yeah, man, they had the sauce when it came to these sets. But here's the cool thing. I'm gonna try and make a little space here if you can see. Okay. I'll put my camera down here. Hold on. Just give me a second. I'm knocking everything down. That's all in the way, of course. Okay. Check this out.
All right.
You had a little scout ship that is on the inside of this that you can, with thanks to pins, you can open and close and, release it out. You can go down and close it, pick it back up.
That's cool, man. That is so functional. That's awesome, man.
Right? This was really cool. This was really inventive. And it's something I don't think that Lego really does all that much anymore, because what you see from Lego these days is just, here's an IP, here's a set that is made for an established IP. Once they found the established IP cache, they really didn't go back to the really good original stuff. And even as the 90s went on, it was kind of obvious with some of their later sets that they just didn't have the imagination anymore. It was kind of sad. I'm kind of sad.
Hold on 1 second. Let me go ahead and bring my dude in. Lance, dude, I saw you earlier. I was waiting for him to finish, but thank you for joining us, man. How you been?
Dude, my timing on this is absolutely perfect because they did do a re-release of one of the original first range of Lego Space, which, by the way, I've got the entire range of the very first Lego Space sets that came out. I've got the
That's
whole lot.
awesome.
I don't have the. I think that was M-Tron, wasn't it? Was that M-Tron that you had just now?
No, that was Spyrius. I do have an M-Tron build, and I have a story about an M-Tron build a little later when we got time.
Here. So this is the rebuild design that they did of the original Lego Space Cruiser, which was
that's
the
cool.
most popular set ever. And what they did was they took the original sort of design of the craft and they ramped it up. Now, I have to say this build is pretty poor because these side bits are really unstable. So, and you can see one of them's already coming loose there. It doesn't take much for it to come off. But the design of the ship is the same as the original. The back opens up. There's a truck in here, which is what you had before. You had 3 of these in the original first Lego Space range that came out. There was the one-man fighter, which just had one guy like this, but it had this. It was kind of this section here up to here, and then they had the transporter, which could fit a vehicle in the back, and then they had the awesome boxes. And I think then they had the cruiser, which could fit a Jeep in the back. But I love this model so much, and I like the way they tried to sort of stay faithful to the original design. They've even got, see the LL 928. That's the set number of the original set from the 80s.
Yeah.
I think it's 1980 that
No,
these came out.
this set was a little before my time, and they actually did re-release the original Blacktron set. There was the Blacktron I'm showing off is Blacktron 2 that came out in the 90s.
Right.
The original Blacktron set had a color scheme of black and gold, and they've got a couple of sets that are re-released. I plan on buying before they go out.
I think I've got two of their sets. I've got another spaceship to show you guys, but it's not a it's not a Lego one. But let me grab it. I can't remember if I showed this before, but I don't think I got it out the box.
I'll see the second time if you showed it before. I don't. Yeah, that's.
Well, this is so this is a die-cast 0X, incredibly rare set from the Thunderbirds movie from the 1960s. Thunderbirds.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So, so this is all die-cast. It comes pre-painted, and all the various bits that come off it snap off it magnetically, apart from the nose cone. So, if you've seen the Thunderbirds movie, you'll know that this detaches, and this is like a this goes along the moon, and they have the battle with the rock snakes. Let me take the nose cone off because that you've got to be a bit delicate with this because it slides in. Right. So that's like the little lunar thing. This by the way, this vehicle appears in Captain Scarlet as well. So does 0X, because it's the it's the vehicle they accidentally open fire on the Mistrons. And then the wing sections, which at the beginning of Thunderbirds Go, and you can see it on YouTube. There's lots of links for it. There's a great, really amazing sequence where this vehicle is all put together. And these wing sections are actually housed in separate buildings, and they come out and sort of join the vehicle. So I'll see if I can get these off carefully. These are actually, they lock on magnetically to this. Okay. Now I've said that, I can't bloody get them off, of course. But yeah, so when it all locks in together, it stays there, and there's kind of these locks that snap into it. I just want to be really careful that I don't break anything. So I don't get this out to play with this very often. In fact, the only time I get this out to play is when I come on your channel. So
I love it, man.
I've just rearranged my office because you'll notice it's all different. So this is now sitting on top of the cabinet where I've got some LPs there. See the Thunderbirds vehicles in there as well. And this is sitting on the top, so it's much easier for me to get it out and show it to you. And I saw you guys alive, and I remembered you'd sent me the link, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I can get on today because I'm actually here. So normally I'm not around at this time, but yeah, so I thought I'd get those and show you pretty quickly. And funnily enough, I was in Brighton yesterday, and there's a massive vintage market. Let me show you a photograph I took. And there's one guy there who's got a stall, and he sells like lots of old toys, right? And in one of his cabinets, he had a collection of different Daleks from over the ages.
Ooh.
now
And
we're talking.
as soon as I saw that, I thought of you guys, and I thought, oh yeah, when's that stream happening? I've got to show this picture. So this is it. Where we go? Different toy
wow.
Daleks,
Nice.
and he had about another 20 on top of that, but they were all scattered in different cabinets. And so those would be various different models from different toy manufacturers.
I will always credit the David Tennant and the Matt Smith era for making the Daleks very much a menace.
Yeah, they scared the shit out of me as a kid. I used to hide behind the sofa when they came on.
Yes,
I'm not joking. I would like shut my eyes, and there was them, and there was another creature, not the Yeti,
Cybermen,
one of that era, and that used to scare the crap out of me.
The Weeping Angels.
Not the well. You mean
no,
recently?
the Angels was the new era.
Right.
Well, they were great too. They were what a great villain.
I didn't jump but during the adult phase of
I've got this Funko Pop Dalek Sec right here.
Oh, that's very cool. Love that.
Hard to find.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead. Show us the next round you got. What you got?
Okay, so we're continuing with the DC bad guys. A couple from the Arrowverse. Now, I don't know who decided to name these characters, but they have some of the worst names. Ebert Thawne, better known as the Reverse Flash.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
But yeah, the gradual coloring in here, very cool. And then another horrible name is Leonard Snart, otherwise known as Captain Cold. Now, this is not accurate to the cartoon. This is, like I said, from the Arrowverse, but this is Captain Cold right here. If you can see the guns,
nice detail.
That looks like that could be a Thing Funko Pop of Kurt Russell from Outpost.
You know, you're not wrong.
He was one of the show's better villains too. I liked him.
He was. And then this one is just really cool looking. Now, I know Marvel folks, they love to talk about their Deadpool and Wade Wilson. Well, Slade Wilson actually came first, and that is Deathstroke.
Deathstroke, the Terminator.
So this one you got the little ribbons in the back. Got his gauntlets going. This just looks really cool. The white eye is great.
I know that life.
And then this one, very simple design, but it's one of my favorite ones. Black Manta.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. It was done very well in the Aquaman movies, I thought.
Yeah, he was okay. And then you got the tank right here. You got the little pressure valve here. On the side of his helmet are the gills.
Nice, man.
This is just very cool design, and I remember from the Challenge of the Super Friends cartoon. This was whenever Manto was on, and the voice he had was just so cool. So this has always been a favorite of mine. So that's round 2. Round 3 coming up.
Yeah, cannot wait. Make sure this thing minimizes now. It's extra slow. There we go. Dude, you're gonna have the same struggles with this on Wednesday. I'm just letting you know right now. This maximize minimize things is awful. All right. So
R2, that does not look like boobs with me.
Hey, dude, congratulations on your Bambino. Can we say that?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Congrats, man. Congrats on the baby.
Thanks, man. You're doing well. We are learning to feed, and if we don't get fed, we're headbutting and biting now. So
Lance Jr., great idea for a name as well. I like that name. It's good.
Thanks, man. So for this next one, I often talk about how they have superheroes in that you have action figures for, but there's no one that is non-superpowered that gets their own action figure. And when I saw this non-powered action figure, well, his power is his words, I had to get it. I got J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man. Yeah, so I mean, again, not often you get characters that aren't the superhero that play a large part in it that wind up getting their own set. Again, please excuse me while I try to put this thing open. Sounds
While I whip this
horrible.
out.
Are you serious? If you press a button in the back,
Ah,
Walk into that one.
I want pictures of Spider-Man. There's a really great Twitter account to follow called The Bugle Daily, and it's just a guy LARPing his.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that real?
LARPing
He really does do that?
yes.
Yes, it's
He
hilarious.
LARPs as J. Jonah Jameson, demanding pictures of Spider-Man all day. He never lets it go either, man. He trashes Spider-Man and anything spider related. It's
The
hilarious.
Menace.
So let's show you guys right here. So it's definitely got that J. Jonah Jameson signature scowl on here. It's
Yes.
fantastic. Looks very well articulated for a non-powered character on here. And again, scowl looks great sculpt. Looks like the tie is in motion because he's actually yelling at someone asking for pictures of Spider-Man. Cool thing about this also is what it came with, which is an actual newsletter for Spider-Man.
Nice.
Newsletter for Spider-Man. That's pretty cool. And there's also the if I can untape this one. I'm gonna say pull this out. Didn't want to walk
The
into that
jokes.
one. Didn't want to walk into that one. That's what I was gonna say. They even got the rolled up newspaper form too. Like he's scrunching it up and saying, "Hey, I need more pictures of Spider-Man," and it actually winds up fitting very nicely in his hand, so he can actually make demands of getting more pictures of Spider-Man.
Parker, you're fired.
Yeah, that's what the finger. That's what the finger's for on here. Is the finger pointing is saying
It's the
"You're
wrong
fired."
finger. I think you'd like another finger used.
Ew.
But yeah, this it's pretty cool. I mean, you don't often get non superpowered characters that are integral to a character that get their own action figure. So this is pretty great. If you're ever looking for it, it's like $30, which is actually great to have if you're trying to complete the set. So I don't know if y'all see back here. You know, I got Kingpin, there's Mary Jane. I think I got Venom back here someplace too, and Scorpion. So I'm definitely gonna put this in there so I can add to the case for the Spider-Man animated series run. So it's awesome. But yeah, we go on.
That was such a good
here.
show.
It was, man. It was. I've actually heard it's not on DVD at all. Like, I don't think it's on
Spider-Man and
DVD.
his
It's not on
Spider-Man.
DVD. It's not on
Amazing
streaming.
Grace.
You can't watch it anywhere legally. I don't know why my thing is frozen. I'm trying to fix this.
Oh, good, dude. No problem. Funny story
Sorry,
about
I'm
that.
just gathering
She
more
rose from
toys.
Line. Go. Yeah, more toys now. Yeah. But yeah. There we go. Jay Douglas, you want to go to someone else while you work on that, or you got it? Or you dropped
I
out?
think he dropped out. I guess
Nope.
I'll go again.
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
Alrighty. So we're coming to Arkham now. And
Nice.
I would sometimes just go into little pop stores and look around and find stuff. And I saw this guy and I'm like, I have to have this. This is 1966 Adam West series Penguin.
Oh, ooh, that's classic.
Yep, the umbrella right here, the monocle, the purple hat, purple top hat, tuxedo, got the spats on and everything. And if you ever watch that series, wah, 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 wah. Now, before the great episode of Batman the animated series Horror of Ice gave us the now canonical origin of Mr. Freeze, he was on the Adam West series known as Mr. Zero. And this is Mr. Zero, or now simply called Mr. Freeze.
That's awesome. That was the original, and which one version of it was?
This is from the 1966 Adam West show.
He was in that one?
Well, as Mr. Zero, not Mr. Freeze.
Huh.
Got his tanks for his freeze gun on the back.
Yeah.
yeah, this is a very cool design. Again,
Yeah.
I saw I saw this and I'm like, have to have it. Absolutely have to have it. So
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I need to look up what he looked like him for the show was Mr. Zero. I forgot he was even on there.
and of course, on Wednesday Night Overbooked, you get a reminder to like and subscribe to all of our channels done by the wonderful Harley Quinn. So of course we have to have Harley.
Nice.
This is more of the Arkham game with the little with the little dress. This would have been the first time we heard Tara Strong as Harley. She has her more of a candy cane bat right there.
Okay. Dig it.
So yeah, very cool.
Very nice, sir. Very nice.
And aside from Mark Hamill, who's a nut job, but he's the best Joker ever.
Yeah, obviously.
As far as live action, it's kind of understood that it's kind of Heath Ledger and The Dark Knight, and it started with Joker, so we're going to end with Joker.
That's very nice, man.
Got the purple suit, his playing card, which is more of the movie accurate look there.
Okay.
And you can tell that his makeup is put on by himself because you got like flesh wrinkle lines up here, the messy hair, just very cool.
Very nice. Very nice.
So yeah, and
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Push
my,
on,
my
man.
camera sucks and it can occasionally disconnects and shit like that. So
All good, man. Go right ahead.
okay, my turn. I saved two of the really best for the last. So I mentioned the factions earlier, right? So we had Ice Planet, we had Spirius with Blacktron, Mtron was a good one. I don't have many Mtron. I'm gonna save that one for the last, but that was a good faction,
Right.
And it was a redo of one of the original factions, which was Space Police.
Ah, yeah, they're worth loads of money.
Yeah, this was Space Police 2. They had a different scheme. They had a green and gray and black scheme. Now, I've got all the little ones here, but this one was one of my favorite medium-sized builds of all time.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I think this one is actually the one called the Solar Snooper, but this one was just cool to look at.
That's great. Love that.
Yeah, got double cockpits. Because two cockpits is always better than one. Come on, get up there, you little
Obviously.
Plenty of figures, and it's got a little bit of a disjointed trailer, so you can roll it around, and it's not too stiff as a board. Now, the cool thing that kind of comes with this set is you've got this detachable prison pod, where you can put your bad guy Legos in. Yes, this one is cool. It's one of my favorites. Still one of my favorites. And on the back is a little aerial piece, a little flying jet piece right here that uses some hinged connectors. And what you're supposed to do is swoop down on the ground, and you're supposed to use it to pick up the pod.
That's cool.
And, yeah.
These are really functional. I like that.
Yeah, it is more than just flying around. There was stuff to actually do with it. It was imaginative. It's stuff I feel like is missing from the sci-fi sets that we have these days.
Well, they don't encourage people to use their imagination with Lego anymore.
Right.
They just
True.
build the set and put it on your shelf. They used to have all the pictures of all the different things you could build from one set on the back of the box. And they're gone now.
I loved and hated those because, yes, they did include those, but they did not include instructions on how to build them.
Yeah, I know. You just had to go.
No. One reason I love these is not just because they look cool, is also because I do not have, for all my mechanical aptitude and imagination, my brain is not wired in a way that allows me to construct something as complex and cool looking as this. If I did, it would probably be a bigger hobby of mine. But it's the same reason I don't play much Minecraft. I get on there and my architectural skill is kind of brutalist in nature. It's just simplicity. It's gray blocks. I can't come up with something that's as cool as this stuff. And so, being told, well, just figure it out. No, I couldn't figure it out. My brain was not wired that way. It didn't work that way for the back of the build boxes. Thankfully, in the age of the internet, other people have, and they have uploaded instructions on how to build those. So when me and my son get done building all the sets, and we're going to go back and we're going to start building the ones that are on the back of the boxes, because there were some really cool ones as well. This next one might be one of the coolest sets from the 90s. Now, I mentioned as the 90s wore on, the sci-fi sets kind of lost a little sauce. Once these had run their course, what they did was they started going into others. They did like a mining set, like an underwater, under the ocean kind of a sci-fi, several factions for that. And that was cool, but I did not want to leave space. I did not want to go under the ocean and stuff. They had one that was called the Robo Guardian set, and whoever they hired to make stuff like design stuff like this is obviously not on that project, because that set was absolute garbo. But they did have another set in the late 90s. I was in my upper teens at this point. I was kind of out of the Lego, scene, so to speak. I still collected some stuff. But when the UFO sets came through, they looked pretty cool. But there was one that shone above all others, and it was this one right here, straight out. Looks like it could be from an actual Star Wars movie.
That's cool.
It's a perfect starfighter shape. Got the cockpit, of course. Kind of a marriage of a classic UFO design as well as a X-wing starfighter. You can kind of see just a really great design with the hoses, the jets. Up here at top, you do have a little bit of functionality. You can open up this middle part and seat another, kind of hard to see on the inside. You can seat another little character, and you've got a little box that opens up on the inside. Right there.
Very
this
nice.
One, okay, it fell apart. I'll fix it later. Fold it back up, but very sci-fi looking, very good looking. I don't remember if they said it was a good guy faction or bad guy faction. Honestly, I didn't really care. This was just cool. And there's a bigger mothership that kind of carries over this design. Also has like some fiber optics to give it a little bit of light. And this one, I can't remember what it's called, the Cosmic Starfighter or something like that, but all in all, just one of the coolest designs that their space sets ever built, as far as I'm concerned. Always loved this one.
Nice.
And there.
Good. All right. Hey, Lance, buddy, you are up. Good sir. Yeah, what else got for us?
I got some stuff. Again, I can't remember if I showed these before, but these are really rare. So these are the Thunderbirds Hot Wheels sets.
Wow. Nice.
So
Classic.
they contain all the vehicles that are in the pods. There's 3 of these. So if I show you that, there you go.
Nice.
You've got a Thunderbird 4 there, the thing that rescues the Sidewinder. There's the Firefly, and one of the guys on a scooter. I've got the other 2 sets as well. This one. You've got the International Rescue Fire Truck, which is actually a rebuild of Eddie Hausman's vehicle from the episode End of the Road, if you know your Thunderbirds. This is one of the vehicles that's used to allow Fireflash to land. These are 2 really tiny vehicles that you see in the Thunderbird 2 pod, one of which gets used, I think, in an episode. And then in this one, we have the Mole. You got that funny robot that Brains uses called Brayman. One of the episodes. I'm still not sure why they included that, but and then this is the radar truck, which again was a rebuild of the Eddie Hausman vehicle. So I've got all 3 of those. Now this is the kids Thunderbird 3.
Wow.
You can pick these up on eBay. It's a really sturdy model, actually. I've got Thunderbird 1 as well in the cabinet there. You can pick these up on eBay for not a lot of money, still, because they're fairly common because they're not that old. and they have a bit that opens up here, and there's like a little seat that comes out, and I've actually got a figure in there. He's kind of trapped in there, but I want to keep him in there so I don't lose him. See, he's trapped behind there.
Nice.
And then there's some more seats here. Now, this is the Thunderbird 3 that beginners have. But if you're a proper Thunderbird 3 fan, because Thunderbird 3 was always my favorite. Most people like Thunderbird 2. If you're a proper Thunderbird 3 fan, then you have this one.
Gotta be a proper fan with that.
This is proper heavy. So I mean, this is really weighty, and there are only 800 of these in the world. So these are a limited edition. So you can see on the detailing and everything, it's pretty. It's all been painted by hand and stuff, not in China. And they've got things like scarring and stuff, and a bit of. I was going to actually add a bit more weathering to it, but I decided not to touch it in the end. This is the one that previously I had was on top of the cabinet. Yeah. But I could never get it out because I couldn't lift up the thing. Now it's in my hallway. So I was able to go out and get it for you guys and bring it in so you could see it close up for a change, whereas previously it always kind of been in the background. Because when I first started watching Thunderbirds, which was on the repeats in the late 70s, I was really into spaceships and UFOs. Close Encounters had just come out. So anything to do with rocket ships and this kind of thing was my interest. So that's why for me, Thunderbird 3 was always the best one. And I really liked this color. And the interesting thing as well is that I don't know if you guys know, but Brian Johnson just passed away. So Brian Johnson he worked under Derek Meddings. He first started working on Stingray, but he also worked on Thunderbirds, and he designed the E.G.O for Space 1999. And if you remember, I've got a couple of Eagles. They're both actually sitting right up there. But if I grabbed it, a whole load of boxes are going to fall on me. So I'll show that. I'll show those another time.
Okay, cool.
But he just passed away a few weeks ago, and he was about to come on my podcast. So it's real shame. But he was responsible for designing and building a lot of the models, all of the models for Space 1999. He oversaw the entire miniatures effects unit, and he got his job. He sort of cut his teeth on Stingray and Thunderbirds. So one of the interesting things that you'll notice when you watch Thunderbirds is in some shots, Thunderbird 3 is this color, and in other shots it is actually this red, right? And the reason for that is that they couldn't find the same paint, and so the different ships at different scales have slightly different shades of paint. And it's the same with Thunderbird 2. They had about 7 different sizes of Thunderbird 2, including an enlarged section of just the front. And if you watch the episode, you'll notice Thunderbird 2 changes color slightly. Sometimes it's a lighter green, sometimes it's a darker sort of khaki green, and that's because they didn't have enough of the same paint. So they had to repaint the different scales with different colors. Yeah, so there you go. Bit of a factoid, because Brian said that in this fairly recent interview that he gave, which is on YouTube. Okay. So
yes,
there you go.
We're about to be clearing out now because I gotta get back to watching L3 or E.G.O Jr. in a second. But
Daddy. So it's that kind of thing.
But before we go out, I just want to give everyone a chance to go ahead and shout out what they've got going on. JV, good sir, go right ahead.
Well, the world of professional wrestling never sleeps. As I'll just add these in right here, we talk about guys like CM Punk. Thank you, E.G.O. This was a gift. And, of course, the greatest wrestler on the planet, that is Miss Io Sky, Genius of the Sky. And we talk about that every Wednesday. Wednesday night is overbooked. Myself, Left Eye E.G.O, the Unbearable 753 Matt, and Duke Devil 95. We are going into our next premium live event, Night of Champions in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in Riyadh, in which a half hour after that show, myself and Left Eye E.G.O will be giving our initial gut reactions of what we thought of the outcomes of that show, all those matches and the whatnot. definitely check out. I'm sure my link is down in the description. I just passed 800 subs. I need watch hours now, folks. So I need you guys to just throw on. I've got a WWE playlist, movie playlist, other stuff. Just press play and just go shopping or do chores or something, and just let it play. It's fine.
Is in there. All right, down here. Oh, that was much easier. Okay, Johnny Douglas, good sir. What you got coming up, man?
Go to Lance. I'm getting a link real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
You got it. It's a better idea. Hold on one second.
So,
My man Lance, what you got?
E.G.O, if you want to share that screen that I just gave you.
Got it.
So I've got two really great industry interviews lined up. One of them is director William Kaufman and a film of his you might have seen recently, which is a great little action indie film. If you haven't seen it, is Osiris, which dropped on Amazon. I think it was last summer, and is about a group of special forces people that get in the midst of a battle. They actually get kidnapped by aliens, wake up on board one of their cargo freights in stasis, and then kind of fight their way out and end up sort of having constant gun battles on board the alien ship. So he's an indie action director responsible for a number of pretty decent films, and his new film Man of War is premiering in June. So he's coming on right after the premiere of that. I got an interview with him, and then I got another interview. I think there's about a week in between the two of them. They're both in July, with British actor Carl Howman, who is 70 now, and he's been in absolutely all of our TV shows. He was in The Long Good Friday with Bob Hoskins. So he's going to be another fantastic guest from the industry that I'm chatting with. So, yeah, and there's more coming after them. So there you go.
Love it. All right. And he probably no, hold on. There we go. Sorry, I accidentally kicked you. That's my fault. My fault. Here we go.
Accidentally, sure.
All right. Go.
Okay.
There we go. What you got?
One last thing I did want to show off. All the space sets had a base. I did have the one for Ice Planet. My son unfortunately took it apart. I don't know why. I can't even begin to fathom. But I did want to show off our current work in progress, which was the Black Tron base.
Yeah.
There's more to this, and I'm still waiting for the second one of these to come in.
Yeah.
There were some lights to go on it too that we're still looking at, and there's a ways to go. But that is the extent of our of what I got for Legos. What I've got for I got booted, so I got to bring the image back up. Hold on, I'm bringing it up here. What I have got my second book is on the way. It is up for pre-order right now. This is the book 2 of my Age of Adventures book series. The cover reveal went up live 2 weeks ago. This is book 2 is the Lionheart, Icon of Justice. This is a superhero in an epic fantasy story. And it is one of 3 intended starter books into the Age of Adventures. So that before I start getting to work on the sequels to these, I want these starter books out there, because I did some research and, talking about the drop off between people who read book 1 versus who continue on to finish out a series is a pretty severe drop off. So I came up with this arc structure that has several starter books that are intended to be complete adventures. People who are good with one and doneing these books at the start of a series can read these and feel that they are getting their money's worth. And the people who want to move on can go and read the rest of the starter books and those series. Each starter series follows a different set of characters in the same world. And this is the second one. This follows Artemis Hylorn, who is a superhero in this world. The first superhero in this particular world. This is set in the same world as The Black Crown, which was my first book, which is right here behind me. And on that note, the second edition of The Black Crown is live right now. I went through because I'd heard, read a lot of stories of people saying there's not a lot of books that are for, like younger boys and things like that. And I kind of went back and I wanted the Lionheart to be accessible to younger readers. So I went back and I kind of took out a lot of the things that were not as palatable to younger readers in this book as well. So the vulgarity is gone. Not that it was loaded with it, mind you, but just enough that that parents were a little cautious about wanting to pass it on to their kids. Now they can. A couple risque things have been changed. The prologue was trimmed down to be a little shorter because that was everyone's big critique of the book. But the Black Crown is now, second edition is now live. Lionheart is up for pre-order, coming out on July the 4th with physical editions soon to follow. There are no Legos in these books, though.
Oh,
Slightly disappointing, but we understand.
John, didn't I invite you on my channel before to come on and do an interview about your books? I'm sure we talked about that.
Probably so. I lost my channel about a year ago, so you probably lost touch of where I was at. So, but
yeah.
Now that I've got I wanted to get the cover reveal out of the way before I started doing any live streams or interviews or anything like that. I wanted these building steps out of the way because I have talked way too much over the last year or so about I'm working on it. I'm getting to it. I've gotten big steps done. And
all right. Well, when you're ready, give me a shout and I'll get you on my podcast because that's why it's there, to support creative people. So just give me a shout and we'll get you on.
I appreciate that. I'll get in touch with you.
No problem. All right. I'll follow you on Twitter, so we're in touch there, I think.
And guys, wrapping up for me, I will be joined with JV for Wednesday Nights Overbooked at 8 p.m. Central on Wednesday. We're also going to be doing the after show for the
Night of Champions.
Dad Brain Night of Champions. There we go. We will be look out for that. Guys, bad. I don't agree with all my bad takes. All right, just some of them after I say them. All right, they're not bad takes till after I say it. But also, as far as content that I'm working on, it's around Baby E.G.O's schedule at this point. So if anything randomly pops up on like a Tuesday at 4:00 and it's not an Oba strut for WWE, just know that I had the time to do it and I did as fast as I could before he woke up and headbutted me for more milk. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And until the next time that we've got, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you guys later.
Toodles.
Thanks.